Okay. Where is our notes? Let's go with our notes. I think we'll go to the same notes. Okay. And here we discussed about the subcontracting, vendor consignment, stock transporter. Then we discussing now invoicing plan and pipeline, right? So yeah. So any doubts in the invoicing plan? Anyone still didn't understand about the invoice plan? So one thing, guys, okay, whether it is a service or it is a product, okay, whatever the account payments, that means whatever the payments we are doing to the subcontractors or vendors or consignment vendors or owners, okay, whatever the payments we are doing, we mostly covering into the our topics. Okay, we are mostly covering into the MM level. Okay, so the same way invoicing plan is nothing but like a periodic invoice plan. The best example is, okay, the best example is rental payments. Okay, since I'm staying in the their maybe for my plant, it is not my own plant, it might be I just taken as a rental, so I'm using for that rental. I'm every month I will have to pay 1 lakh rupees. So that is the agreement. So the overall 12 months agreement, we are paying every month 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Okay, so like it's a rental payment. So the best example is the periodically is nothing but like a defaultly I need to pay this amount on that day. Might be it is insurance, maybe it's insurance also. Okay, if I need to be pay insurance every year on January I need to pay, or every month I need to be paid the installments, EMIs, everything we can put it like a periodic. So in the periodic, what should be there? That the date should be exactly the it's monthly installment. Okay, you can say monthly installment exactly, and the amount should be fixed amount, like every month 1,000 rupees, every month 20,000 rupees, every month 30,000 rupees, every month 1 lakh rupees. So it is not only rental agreement, it is like a whatever you're paying EMIs, whatever you're paying installments, whatever you're paying insurance. Okay, anything which is might be, we can consider the periodic invoice plan. Clear? And coming to the partial invoice plan, okay, so partial invoice plan is nothing but like out of the entire amount, okay, like if it is 1 lakh job, okay, the job value is whatever the value of the PO is, the 1 lakh, okay, the PO value. So I just given to one person that I said that I just given some task, okay, task 1, task 2, task 3. So I said that okay, task 1 should be complete by this month end. So by this month end I will pay the 1 lakh rupees. Then task 2, you should be complete in the next month, middle of the month. Okay, that means by 15th August, September you need to be complete that. Then I will pay the amount 2 lakhs rupees. So like what I'm doing, I'm just segregating that out of 1 lakh rupees. I'm just dividing the payment like 20,000 rupees is the one time, and 30,000 rupees is one time, and 50,000 rupees is the other time. So I'm just dividing the task wise. Okay. So like we discussed yesterday, the best example is surveys. Survey, how it will be like? So there is a customer survey is going on, customer satisfaction. Okay, we are working on the customer relationship management. So customers, I just want to take the customer survey, how it is too active on my product. Okay, so when I just go with the customer survey, okay, I just reach to agent whoever they are conducting a survey. I just say that okay, I will give 1 lakh rupees for this survey, but you need to be provide your portfolio or might be survey results on uh, the stage wise, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So stage 1 should be complete this month end, I will pay 20,000 rupees. Stage 2, it should be complete next month middle, then I will pay 30,000 rupees. And stage 3, by next month end, it should be complete, I will pay 50,000 rupees. So like I'm just dividing the stages. Okay, clear? Is it clear? Any doubts on this one? Partial and periodic. So basically in the invoice plan, there is no GR. Okay, one thing. Okay, and we have only PO with validity. That means it may be 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, 2 months, like. Okay, and the invoice automatically paid, automatically generated for desired date. Whatever the dates you are desired in the below, either it may be periodically or partially, it will be automatically generate the invoice. Okay, so that is the concept of invoice plan. The main concept is this is the PO which is created within the validity period, like 1 year, 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, like we are creating, and there is no GR because it is for we majorly using for the services. Okay, and the invoice will be automatically paying when the desired dates is occurred. Clear?
Sir, so only for services we will use this invoice plan, right?
It's not a stock item. It's not stock item. If we say if you are staying in their home, if you say that it is also service, then you can consider it as service. Okay. So the service also there are a different kind of services, right? If it is painting, if they're doing some painting, that is a different service, right? If they're doing washing your bike, that is a different service. Okay. Here, whatever we are talking, it's not a stock item. It is not stock item. It's not an item. Okay. It's like a we are using for the some payments, immediate payments, periodic payments. It might be EMI. EMI we cannot say it's a. Can we say service? We can say service, but it's a banking service, right? Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So those cases we can use the invoice plan. Okay. So if someone is asking in the our client side, so boss, I have this is the case. I want to pay EMI. Okay, for every month. So under this date, so every time I'm forgetting to pay the EMI. So can you schedule this EMIs in the defaultly in the in SAP? There you can follow this process. Okay, if their rental payments are there. So somebody they asking that, okay, I'm just taking the land for leasing. So every month I need to pay some amount to this vendor. So that amount can I schedule in the SAP defaultly when it is coming that time, I can pay amount to the vendor. That means owner, the land owner. So those cases we can use the invoice plan. Okay, clear? Can I go ahead for the next topic? Can I go ahead for the next topic?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next one is returnable transport packaging. Returnable transport packaging. Okay. So, did anyone ever about this one? What is the returnable transport packaging? Do you have any idea about the RTP? Yes or no, you can say. If yes or no. If you are in silent, then I am also silent, right?
No,
No, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. So, returnable transport packaging is nothing but like a some of the products, it is very difficult without packing. That means those materials, if you if you want, when a supplier wants to be supplied a goods without container or without any packing material, those products are very difficult to transfer. But what it may happen, some cases these packing materials also too expensive. Okay, so every time if I need to buy the product along with the product packing material also, then it is too high cost, right? The product cost. So those cases, what we are doing, we will get the stock along with the packing material. Once I consume the stock, inside the I just consume the stock, okay, or when I use the stock, what I will do, I will return that packing material to vendor. So that is the concept of the returnable transport packaging. Can you give me examples, the best example? What are the materials we cannot carry without containers or without any packing material?
Yeah, chemicals.
Chemicals, yeah, clearly. Next, the best example in your home.
Refrigerators or furniture.
No, refrigerators we can carry, right? Without container also. Directly we can
Without container.
pick it up. In your home, just think that.
Gold.
Sorry?
Imports of gold material.
Gold, it's material only, right? It's not, we can carry it on hand also we can carry, right?
Gas cylinder.
Gas cylinder, exactly. Gas. Without container, we cannot carry the gas. Right?
Oh,
So,
that container in the sense I thought like shipping containers in I am
no. That's why I said, right? Packing container. Some packing material I said.
Understand.
Right? So packing material is like, so gas cylinders, water cans. Okay. So those products, okay, if you see that, if you see that water bottle, water can, if I purchase the water can, the water cost is 50 liters of water cost is might be it is 30 rupees or 40 rupees. But the water can cost is 150 rupees. Right? That means you have to be return that goods or you have to buy. Right? And the gas cylinder. Gas cost is, it is a mostly it is 900, 600, 700, 800. But the container cost is, that means the cylinder cost is almost it is 6,000 rupees. Right? So those cases, what we'll do, we will be using this process, returnable transport packaging. In this returnable transport packaging, how you can handle these packing materials when you are receiving the actual products along with the returnable transport packaging. So how you are returning to the vendor those packing materials. So that will come under the RTP process. Clear?
Sir, name why they are given returnable transport packaging.
Sorry? Returnable transport packaging. That means whatever the product which you are getting along with the packing in the transportation, that you are returning back to vendor.
Okay.
Transport package that you are returning back to vendor. Returnable is nothing but like return back to vendor, right?
So this is also will come into the equipment only.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. You are buying, right? You are buying the product, but along with buying product, you are getting additionally the packing material. How you will return that packing material back to vendor? That is the calculation here in the RTP process.
So again, this process is again different. So
different, obviously. Yeah, different process. Okay, that's why it's not only basic process. It's not only the basic PTP process. There are so many business process. If I started my business, I am also thinking the how we can do my business in a different way, right? So, so this is the way. So gas cylinders, oxygen cylinders, the hospital, how they will get oxygen cylinder. Without cylinder, they will not get, right? So they will get the oxygen cylinder. Once the oxygen is completed, they will return that cylinder to back for refilling, right? So those cases, RTP process will be coming into picture. Okay. Now.
So in SAP, like how they will like write these things like in PTP will vendor and invoices, POs will rise. For this RTP, how they will process.
Yeah, that's right. That is also one process we have to do in SAP. When we will start in the practically, then you will be understand how we are doing this one. Okay.
Yes, can I like orally you can explain us here so we can while working on the SAP tool we can easily understand it.
Yeah. Whatever we are discussing now, again I will discuss when we are starting in the practically. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. I will be whatever the process we are discussing now.
No. What
process.
I'm telling, sir.
Sorry.
Like like earlier you given the examples and you written down the how the process means how SAP process will carried out. So for RTP also it is possible to explain the same thing like that.
And my voice is cracking. So is it problem for me or
Hello?
is it?
Hello,
Yeah.
sir, it
Yes.
is audible.
No, voice is audible, but some zigzag voice which is coming, like a cracking voice, it is coming.
Okay, sir. Actually, think what I'm asking you, like, give the examples for the previous, like, whatever the examples you given. Okay. Theoretically, you just write down and give the example. So this is the process going to be implemented in the SAP. So better for that is better for us to understand that.
Okay, okay. So here what we are saying that when you are returning what are the concept here, you just return the examples also, right? Correctly.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. That's okay. That means you are not preparing your own notes.
I'm not asking for notes, sir. I'm just understanding the
Yeah,
like
correct.
how
No, no. Anyway, you have the
theoretically.
recurring section, right? Anyway, you have the recurring section, right? That's why I'm just saying that. Okay, I'll write. Okay, okay. Water cans and oxygen cylinders. Okay. So we are returning. We are returning these containers, these packing, right? Packing, transportation packing materials. Okay. We are returning these packing materials to vendor. How you are handling in the SAP? Those is the RTP process. Okay. Okay. Now next it is the ERS, evaluated receipt settlement. Did anyone aware about the ERS? ERS, evaluated receipt settlement. ERS, evaluated receipt settlement. Did anyone aware about this one?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So ERS evaluated receipt settlement is nothing but like generally, if you do P2P cycle, procurement to pay process, okay, how you will receive the invoice? Who will receive? Who will receive the invoice? Who will give the invoice? So the vendor will give the invoice to us, right? That means along with the GR stock, okay, along with the stock, they are sending one invoice receipt, right? Okay, but in the ERS settlement, what will be happen? Okay, if suppose I'm believing the vendor, okay, even vendor also believing me, okay, so the vendor is saying that, so I will not send any invoice to you, okay, as per the PO agreement, whatever it is there, whatever you receive the stock, just you validate in the background and you pay the amount. So here we are not expecting any invoice from the vendor. Okay, so based on the okay, one point is we are not expecting any invoice from the vendor here. So how we will be paying amount? How we will paying amount? Amount to vendor based on the PO agreement, based on the PO price, and based on the GR stock, how much we received. So we only validating the GR, we only validating PO price in the background, and we are paying, payment will be settlement automatically. Means automatically by system will create invoice automatically. Instead of receiving from the vendor, the system automatically, SAP system automatically validating the PO price and GR stock, and it is posting the invoice in the background. Sir, why we need to do this one? Why we are not receiving? Okay, because if suppose I am the person, I am receiving the stock, and you are the person, you are verifying the invoice. Suppose you are not there, you are in leave for 10 days, 15 days. Okay, but I am receiving the stock, but to validate invoice, you should be also there, finance team, but you are in the leave. 10 days. So those cases, it's very difficult, right? Why? Because vendor will not wait for your payments, right? Vendor will not wait for that until you are coming to office and validating all the invoice and confirming that. It's very difficult, right? So if you and your vendor have a good relationship and vendor is accepting that if there is no changes in the invoice, what we agreed in the PO price is correct and how much stock we have received, I am believing you to, okay, whatever the stock which is received, based on that you can pay amount automatically without giving any invoice from the vendor. So what happening in this case? What happening in case I don't want to be validate invoice here, okay? So I can avoid some price differences, right? I can avoid quantity differences, okay? I can avoid the payments with late payments. Then we can pay immediately to vendor, and it will be perfect. Has PO and GR validating and automatically, so everything will be perfectly work, and we don't need to do again validation in invoice level. Okay, but here the case is the vendor also should be accepted. Okay, if vendor is good, vendor also he is accepting that I can go with this process, then we can go ahead. So those cases, what will happen here? We will create a PO. Okay, we will receive a GR, but no invoice created. Created manually. Okay, the system will automatically generate the invoice in the background by using PO price and GR quantity. It is automatically validating that if suppose I receive 10 pieces today, for 10 pieces only the system will generate the invoice automatically. So yeah, please.
This is for bulk quantities which is regularly usable. For that only it will be helpful.
Yeah, whatever may be, it's not only bulk, even for the small also we can do it. It is a relationship between the company and vendor. So if suppose the vendor is supplying from last 10 years, he is okay with that. He is believing me. Okay, what are just GR stock which is getting. Okay, I'm believing to the company. So they are paying amount exactly what we are received the stock and what the PO price. So that is the between the relationship what we maintain between the vendor and ourselves. Suppose let's say example. Okay, let's say example. In my home, every day the milk man is coming and he's giving 1 liter of milk. Let's take one example. Okay, simple example for understand properly. Okay, did you expect any invoice from the milkman? No, right? So if it is a every day 1 liter we are taking, okay, at month end, what we will do, we will pay the amount for that 30 liters, or it may be daily, might be. Okay, so this agreement, how it will be happen? It's between you and your vendor, what relationship you are maintaining. If vendor is happy with that, we can go ahead with the ERS. So this ERS will very helpful to avoid the corrections at invoice level. Why? Because it is automatically validating. Clear? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Any
this particular ERS option while creating the PO itself, we need to select, or what is
at
the
the time
process?
of creation, vendor also we need to, the supplier should accept, right? So in the supplier master data, what we are creating for the vendor, okay, there you need to inform that, okay, this person is accepting ERS, so we can go with the automatic payments.
Okay. So once the GRN is created, when goods is receipt is entered, automatically invoice will be generated because we have
Yeah.
selected the
Yeah,
particular
correct.
vendor as the
There is just some transaction codes are there, some process.
ERS.
In the background, we will run the job. The job will run and it will automatically payment will be happen. Okay. That we will discuss in the practically. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Just try to understand the concepts. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Clear? Okay. Now let's go to different process like MTO and MTS. Anyone aware about this MTO and MTS? So make to order
No,
or make to order. Make to order. Okay. And MTS, make to stock or make to stock.
No, sir.
In every business, okay, in every business, okay, either they will go with the make to order or either they will go with the make to stock. Okay, what do you mean by make to stock? What do you mean by make to order? Anyone have any idea about this one? Might be in your company they are using make to stock and make to order. No, yes.
No, sir.
no, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So make to order. Here only you can understand that. Okay, make to order is nothing but like, okay, whatever we are producing or buying, that means procuring the products is especially for customer requirement. Okay, like if you see that if you go to nearest restaurant, okay, you ordered that, okay, I need vegetable manchuria. Okay, that means you are ordering, then they are preparing. That means it's exactly what they're preparing is for your order only. It's not for the other orders, right? So it's like a particular customer requirement they are preparing. Okay, so make to order is nothing but like a whenever you're procuring the material. That means if I buying the products for the buying the raw materials or packing material, these products especially we are buying for this customer purpose, maybe to produce the finished goods. Okay, let's give one example. Okay, might be you will be understand that. Okay, general, did you see that sports cars? Anyone aware about the sports cars? Any sports
Yes, sir.
cars? Okay, if you see that Sachin, okay, he wants to buy sports car which is designed by Sachin. That means he wants to be designed like some customized design he wants. Okay, so then what the manufacturing company what they did, whatever the requirement which requested by Sachin, based on that design, they prepared the car, sports car. Might be he asking that, so I want to some 1100 cc or I need some 1900 cc. Generally, we don't have 1900, right? Might be it is a 1000, 1500, 2000 like that, right? But he is asking that especially I need 1900 cc. That means whatever I'm doing this manufacturing, it is especially the customer requirement. Okay. So whenever you just buying the products or producing the product, it is especially if you are buying purpose of the one customer, that we call as a make to order. That means particular customer requirement if you are buying, that we call as a make to order. Whatever we are making, that is the purpose that is from we are getting from the customer order. That requirement we are getting from the customer order. So whatever the products which is produced for this make to order, it will be only will go to that customer. It will we cannot sell that to different customer. Whatever the requirement which is ordered, customer order. That means if I produce the sports car for Sachin, I cannot sell this to Dhoni or I cannot sell to the someone, right? I can only sell these goods to Sachin only. Why? Because this is the especially Sachin is requested to design this product. Clear? Is it clear?
We can say unique product,
Sorry.
unique product as per the customer requirement.
There was some crash.
Unique product, sir. Unique product.
Yeah, unique product. Okay, you are saying the unique product. Okay. Yeah, this type of it's like a especially customized products. That means it is only the products which they required, they requested. Might be it's not only unique products. Okay, but might be it is regular products. If suppose just to went to let's say what I can say, I will go to ice cream shop. Suppose let's go to I will go to ice cream shop. Generally, if I just ask that vanilla or strawberry or chocolate, separately I will ask. So my requirement is okay. So I just want to club two all together and I want in the single cone, like half of the vanilla, half of the chocolate, half of the strawberry. Mixing together, I need in the one cone. That means it's my unique requirement, right? So they're preparing for my requirement. Is clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I hope you understand for make to stock also. Then it's completely different to the make to order. Okay. Make to stock is nothing but like there is no requirement from customer. These products which we are producing are procuring for the stock purpose. Might be I can use tomorrow. Maybe I can use day after tomorrow. But there is no special requirement for this. Okay. Might be I have some others, but it's not especially we are buying for the customer requirement. It means especially for one customer order. Okay. Generally, we are buying the product and we are keeping the stock in our premises. So whatever the products we are producing are procuring the products is only the purpose of stock in our location. Might be with the production department, they can use this product for a evening or tomorrow or after tomorrow or maybe for some orders they can use. But I'm assuming that okay, my every day I'm just keeping my stock in my premises. Let's say I'm running the business. I have a supermarket. Okay. Okay. So in the supermarket, what I will do? Okay, I will be maintaining some stock levels. Like if suppose dal is there, dal I will maintain 10 kgs today. Okay, maida is there, 10 kgs I will maintain. Mirchi is there, 10 kgs I will maintain. Okay, vegetables are there, I will be maintain 2 kgs, 3 kgs like that. So it is like a stock purpose, which maybe we are selling to the customer or maybe we are using for the production purpose. But when we are buying or when we are producing, it is only for the purpose of stock. Okay. Either maybe we'll get later we'll get the customer orders and we are supplying these products. But when we are producing or when we are procuring the material, purchasing the material, we are keeping the stock is only for the stock purpose. Some level points, some stock levels we are maintaining in my location. Okay. When it is down, that means suppose my stock levels are always 10 pieces. Suppose let's say material A, I should be have always 10 pieces. Suppose today I just consumed 5 pieces. Then immediately by evening, okay, the system will understood that my actually level point is 10 pieces, but I have only stock 5 pieces. That means I have to write the PR for remaining 5 pieces. Right? So always the system will plan the stock levels, okay, and it will check that when it is going down, okay, the level down, then immediately the system will understood that and will write the orders. Either it may be production order, or it may be purchase order. Okay, that we generally call as a make to stock. Clear? Any doubts in the make to stock and make to order?
Clear, sir, clear.
Clear, right? Okay. Now let's go to the some other topics. Okay, like project order stock. Project order stock procurement. So before going to this project order stock procurement, you also need to be understand that, okay, what is a project? Okay, so project will be like there is a project system module. Okay, like how quality management and sales team it is there. Like we have project system team is there, project system area. So what they will do, if you suppose, let's say example, if I need to construct the 5 floors of building, I'm just considering that this is the 5 floors building as a one project. Okay, so in the project one, my aim is, okay, I need to construct 5 floors of building. Okay, now out of 5 floors of building, how I'm just differentiating my activities, like ground floor, okay, or come down, stage 1, okay, that is activity 1, that is like ground floor completion. Okay, now if you see that in the out of 5 floors building, my target is actually, my budget is, as per my owner, the budget is, let's say it is 90 lakhs rupees. So this 5 floors building, to construct the 5 floors building, budget is 90 lakhs. Now I divided this 90 lakhs to different activities. So ground floor completion activity, let's assume that this 40 lakhs. Okay, and the stage 2, the activity 2. Okay, first floor. So first floor completion, my target is like it is 15 lakhs. And again stage 3. Okay, second and third and fourth. Okay, this is one activity. Okay, so to complete these 3 floors, okay, let's assume that there is a 30 lakhs. Okay, so then stage 4. Stage 4, it is like a 5th floor and 5th floor completion, and then final setup, everything that we are just assuming that 50 lakhs rupees. So out of the project, whatever the project which we created, for the budget we are dividing into different ways. Okay, different activities level. Each activity we are just allotting some amount. Okay, so in the SAP system, how they will create, okay, WBS 1, 2, 3 like that. That means work breakdown system. Did you ever about this one? Work breakdown system. Okay, that means out of one project, we are dividing that WBS 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I'm just dividing my work into different breakdowns. Okay, work breakdown 1, when it is like 40 lakhs, and second 15 lakhs, and third 30 lakhs, and fourth 15 lakhs. So this is my planning. Okay, now when I'm purchasing, let's say, do you want to purchase anything in the construction building? When you constructing, do you want to purchase anything for the construction?
Raw material.
Obviously you need to purchase, right? You need to purchase sand, you need to purchase bricks. Okay, you need even resources, like who are there doing this daily activities, labor. You want to buy, get it service, and crane service you need. Okay, proclaim service need, lorry service you need, transportation services need, all these things, right? So when you are planning to buy products, especially for the stage 1, that means work breakdown 1, so it will be checking that whatever you allotted the budget, whether it is beyond that or within our budget. Okay, if it is a beyond that, that means it is crossing the budget, then the system immediately stopping all the purchase, and it will give the error message that you cannot raise the purchase order because it is already you exceeded the budget. As per my budget, it is already exceeded. Okay, so here what will be happen? Whatever you are buying the products from the vendor, I can consider for different work backgrounds systems. So that we call as a project order stock procurement. That means especially for the project purpose we are buying these products. Either it may be activity, services, or it might be products. Clear? Is it clear? What do you mean by project order stock?
So if it is out of budget, then we can't able to make PO, right?
No, we cannot. Again, you need to go to finance team and project system team, then ask them to increase the budget, then only you can do. From MM point of view, we cannot do anything. We can, if it is not allowing, we need to inform the project system people, boss, this project, whatever you created, this work breakdown system, it is already exceeded the budget. So please check and change the budget. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is also one type of the procurement. So like different procurements are there. Okay, so we'll stop today class. We will continue tomorrow. So any doubts on today process? So whatever we are discussing, these are all okay, just the business process level. Try to understand the business first. Okay, then we'll implement the same process into SAP, how we can do it. Okay, clear? That's why I said, right, first 1 week we have the theoretical part. So you need to understand that what kind of the business we have. Clear? Any doubts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, then good. And then good night. And okay, please